The human brain is one of the most intricate creations in existence. Now, you may see this as a biological masterpiece or a creation of divine intention. Scientists are in awe of the brain's adaptability, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity, in which the brain reshapes and rewires itself based on our experiences, choices, and environments. But what if this adaptability is not just a scientific marvel, but a spiritual design, God's way of communicating with us? In Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it's written, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Could it be that our brains are not only biological organs, but also spiritual instruments, receivers fine-tuned to pick up divine signals? So what is the connection between the human mind and divine communication? How does your brain process God's consciousness? And how do your choices, emotions, and words shape this connection? Let's find out. So the brain isn't static. It evolves, adapts, and reforms itself constantly. Neuroplasticity shows us that the brain can recover from trauma, learn new habits, and even create new neural pathways well into adulthood. This adaptability mirrors something deeply spiritual: grace. The ability to start over, to redeem ourselves, to change direction, is baked into the very design of our minds. Religious teachings like the Bible, the Vedas, and the Torah all emphasize transformation and renewal, and neuroscience points to the same truth. But how does this connect with God? Imagine your brain as a radio. If it's poorly tuned, the message is static. But with clarity, focus, and intention, the signal becomes sharp, and you start to hear God's voice, not as a booming command from the sky, but as insights, intuitions, and inspired thoughts. When your mind is clear, aligned, and intentionally focused on higher values, it becomes a perfect receiver for divine communication. So just as spiritual books advise us to surround ourselves with positive influences, neuroscience shows us that our brains are shaped by the environments that we choose and the company that we keep. In Proverbs, it is stated, "He who walks with the wise grows wise." And neuroscientists tell us that repeated exposure to particular experiences or people forms neural pathways that guide our future behavior. This isn't just philosophy, it's wiring. Your environment, your choices, and even your most fleeting thoughts are shaping your brain, and by extension, your spiritual receptivity. When you intentionally choose environments filled with peace, wisdom, and kindness, your brain aligns with those frequencies. And when your brain aligns, your ability to perceive divine wisdom sharpens. Every choice that you make is like tuning the dial on that spiritual radio. If you choose noise, all you hear is static. But if you choose clarity, that signal becomes divine. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Words are not just sounds, they're creative forces. They shape your brain, your emotions, and your connection with the divine. Neuroscience reveals that words trigger emotional responses, and these emotions reinforce neural pathways. When you speak words of love, gratitude, and kindness, your brain releases chemicals that promote healing, peace, and connection. Conversely, words of anger or resentment activate stress responses that cloud judgment and disrupt inner peace. Spiritually, your words are your prayers. They are the blueprint in which your reality is formed. And when you speak to others with kindness, your brain aligns with the frequency of divine love. This isn't just self-help talk, it's spiritual truth, a neurological fact. So your emotions are not just passing feelings, they are signals. They're a spiritual tuning fork that aligns or misaligns your connection with God. When your heart is burdened with anger, resentment, or fear, it's like fog on a windshield. The divine light might still be shining, but your ability to see is obscured. On the other hand, a heart filled with peace, gratitude, and love acts as a crystal clear lens, allowing divine messages to pass through effortlessly. Neurologically, this happens in the limbic system, the emotional center of the brain. Spiritually, it happens in your soul. These two aren't separate, they're deeply intertwined. Managing your emotions isn't just about feeling better, it's about aligning yourself with a higher frequency, one where divine wisdom flows effortlessly. Okay, so here's an uncomfortable truth. Growth isn't always gentle. In neuroscience, intense or unexpected experiences are often referred to as shockers. These are moments like the loss of a loved one, a major failure, or a sudden life change that forces your brain into adaptation mode. They disrupt your mental status quo and demand that you rebuild your neural pathways to respond to a new reality. Spiritually, these shockers mirror trials and tribulations, a metaphorical wilderness, a dark night of souls, or the moment when faith is tested. Now, in both science and spirituality, these intense experiences are not punishments, they are opportunities. This discomfort is often the birthplace for transformation. In neuroscience, stress and challenges activate areas of the brain responsible for problem solving, emotional regulation, and resilience. Spiritually, challenges are often seen as God's way of refining the soul, removing impurities, and preparing us for a higher purpose. The discomfort you feel during seasons of uncertainty, failure, or heartbreak is not meaningless. It's part of a larger, purposeful design. But here's the key: you have to participate in this process. Challenges alone won't guarantee growth, but your response to them is what makes the difference. Whether you lean into faith, practice gratitude, or actively work to reframe your mindset, growth happens when you meet discomfort with intention. So neuroscience shows that every thought or action either strengthens or weakens neural pathways. The more you repeat a thought, the stronger that connection becomes in your brain. It's like walking the same path through a forest. Over time, the path becomes clear and easier to navigate. Spiritually, this principle is often referred to as the law of cause and effect. Every choice that you make creates ripples, both in your brain and in your life. This principle is simple but impactful. It shows that intention matters. Your intention behind your thoughts, words, and actions isn't just some abstract concept. It's a measurable, observable force that shapes your reality. So here is where it becomes practical. Small choices matter. A single kind word can help heal a relationship. A moment of deep breathing can reset your nervous system. A quick prayer or expression of gratitude can shift your entire mood. These seemingly small choices aren't trivial. They are the building blocks of your neurological health and your spiritual well-being. So for me, the human brain is far more than a biological computer. It's a spiritual instrument designed for connection, insight, and transformation. Its adaptability, its responsiveness to words and emotions, and its ability to rewire itself all points to an intelligent, purposeful design. But like any instrument, the brain must be fine-tuned to perform its purpose. Ask yourself, are you filling your mind with noise or clarity? Are your words building bridges or walls? And are your emotions clouding your perspective or sharpening your focus? Spiritual traditions often talk about hearing God or receiving divine guidance, but rarely does this happen through loud proclamations or flashing lights. Instead, it happens in quiet moments, in sudden insights, in unexpected peace, or a gentle pull in a certain direction. The truth is that God has always been talking to us. The question is, are we listening? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and join our growing community of like-minded people. As always, thank you so much for your engagement and support. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.